Welcome everybody to session 3 of the Drakonis campaign. Where we last left off, Morthos had just found his sea green dragon egg, and the group was heading towards the trading post to meet with a certain someone. Lex, as you're walking, you notice that your waistcoat is heavier than usual. It appears that Taki has fallen asleep in your pocket.
I giggle and continue walking.
As you walk through the streets leading towards the docks, where the marina is, and there's a lot of trading and marketplaces and noises surrounding you. The deeper you go into the docks, the more you notice a sort of trading hub. You would assume this is the post that you're looking for. You just have to find Wolf. Who, based on your knowledge of the Taskmasters group, should have a wolf tattoo howling at the moon on his forearm.
I stole my tattoo.
Well, it's moving. I don't know if your tattoo is moving.
It does if I flex my bicep. That was completely out of character, but...
Yeah, definitely. Morthos now has a tattoo on his bicep.
Do you know what? We'll go with that. The thing is, I think that would also confuse Morthos, because if we're looking for a guy with, like, a wolf tattoo, Morthos would literally just, like... Hang on. So, am I technically the wolf then? Because, I mean, I've got the tattoo. Is it just the tattoo that qualifies you?
No, it has to move.
At this point, Morthos will lift up part of his cape and flex his bicep to show, and just, yeah, look, it moves.
No, that's you moving.
I mean, technically it's the tattoo as well.
Yes, but the tattoo is supposed to move without you moving.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Then we should keep looking.
Also, to be noted at this point, Morthos does not have very big biceps. So, I think it's essentially like watching some scrawny kid go like, yeah, look at my muscles, and there's nothing there.
No, I think Lix is probably the strongest in this group, which is sad.
Why is that sad?
Because I'm not supposed to be strong.
Morthos is a very bookish person. His strength is his intelligence. Cough, cough.
Alright, roll investigation, guys.
This is where I fail my investigation.
21.
You wouldn't have to roll at that point. Oh my god.
And yes, because Lix is the only one that's responded, and Lix has a tendency to just walk off without telling anyone.
I'm just getting my stats, hold on. Investigation. Oh, I should have known that.
Partially my fault.
I got a 6.
I got a 17.
Okay. Lix, you notice immediately that there's this man who's leaned back in his chair, leaning up on a counter, and his arm is facing you. He's not facing you. He's reading a book and kind of has a cap down over his eyes. Like, he really isn't interested. And doesn't really want to talk to anyone. But his arm definitely has the tattoo you're looking for. A little bit later, you also notice this, Drew. Not quite as quickly as Lix does. Maybe it's because Lix starts walking towards him that you notice.
I put the crate down on the counter. Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
We're looking for a wolf.
That would be me. What did the taskmaster say?
Well, see, here, the thing is, Mom! Right, we need a boat, I think. That was what we were here for, right?
Roll history check.
Morthos is blissfully just looking around this area. No idea at all what is actually going on.
It's a 4.
Gonna get my D20.
Drew, please roll it too.
10.
It's better than a 4.
It is better than a 4. You remember that Deer gave you another name to say after telling Wolf that Deer sent you. You can't remember the name though. You might want to bring it up to Lix. Maybe Lix will remember when prodded.
Lix, do you remember? Or
We're supposed
who
to
were
meet the
supposed
wolf.
to mention?
He's right here. Oh, mention. I thought that was Deer.
Ah,
Deer
so
asked us to
Deer
mention
sent
somebody
you.
else. Yes.
Hey Lix, roll history at advantage now.
7.
It had something to do with the type of store that Deer runs.
See, I have notes, but if I don't remember, then technically Lex probably wouldn't either.
Yeah, and Morthos literally can't roll a history for this because Morthos wasn't there.
And Morthos is currently just off looking around with absolutely no idea of what's actually going on.
So the two of you need to keep talking it out, see if you figure it out.
We were told to come here and we have money for a ship and cargo. Was there anything else? I don't think so.
He's just looking at you like, okay, this would be place to buy a ship.
I am still just aimlessly meandering around.
Oh, Morthos, actually, I remembered something. You need to roll a history.
Yes. Can I inquire as to what? Because if it's what I'm thinking it is, I'm not even aware that they're talking to the person.
That is true. But it the way it is you gotta remember. It'll bring you back to task. I don't know.
You hope. Either that or I'll remember and just be like, I still have no fucking clue what's going on.
True.
Which is my point. Like, I don't know who they're speaking to. I'm just meandering around. I haven't even noticed this person.
Drew would
Why is it not-
remember, however, I do not. I haven't
that is
taken notes.
a 12.
A 12. Okay. You remember you have a letter to give to Wolf.
Yep. Just, yep.
Yep.
I still don't even know that they're talking to Wolf. I am just...
No, I'm not gonna say you magically realize it's him. I just... Maybe... I don't know. Maybe it would put pep in your step.
I know that I'm supposed to be finding someone called Wolf in this area, but I've just got... I'm genuinely just off doing my own thing at this point. Like, no idea. Just casually walking around, doing nothing.
You're doing that while they're trying to figure out what they're supposed to call Wolf.
Pretty much, yep.
You said that... okay. Try one more time. to roll
For what?
history, Drew. Not you. For
Oh, okay. They're releasing a Lord of the Rings game
yeah, they are.
called Tales of the Shire.
Yeah, it's gonna be like a cozy
14.
game.
Yeah, it says
Oh.
it's a cozy Lord of the Rings game, and I'm just like, oh, that sounds pleasant.
As you're thinking back over Deer, and the shop that she's run, you realize that you might want it to call Wolf Angel.
Right. Now I remember.
Could you repeat that for me? I'm sorry.
You have to call Wolf Angel.
Right. Believe dear also given us a nickname for you. Or
Yes.
something. Angel?
He raises an eyebrow and kind of he gets up from his chair and he gestures over to Morthos. Is he with you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Have him follow. And then he starts to lead you back through the trading port to a room in the back.
Lix would start hopping towards Morthos. Hey, demon guy.
Morphos will turn and just. Are you talking to me?
Yes, it's this way. He's here.
Okay.
And
I will
as
just follow.
As I'm following, I grab the crate.
He waits until you're all in the room and then he looks around before shutting the door. And he seems to wave a hand, and a shimmering blue mist surrounds the room, like a sort of bubble. He has effectively soundproofed the room. Make yourselves comfortable. He points over to the couch.
Morthos will go and sit on the floor next to the couch.
I was about to say I'd put the crate down nearby and sit on top of it.
And Drew just goes over and sits on the couch.
How boring.
Looking over at the other two like, what? Why are you over there?
This is the same look that Angel gives the pair of you before. So you are the Drake souls then.
Yep.
Don't know about that. My name's Morthos.
Yes, you are.
Okay, apparently I am.
Did no one explain to your companion what a Drake soul is?
What? I thought I did.
Hadn't gotten that far.
Did we not?
I don't believe so.
Oh. Oops.
So what's your name?
Well, on the first topic, you work for the Taskmaster, so you would know me as Wolf.
Oh, I've got something here for you. I will hand over the item.
He reads it, nods, and then says, "Seemed you
What?
wanted me to your group to find and pair you off together. But it appears he found you on his own. I will need your tracker coins that the Taskmaster gave you when you joined the organization.
We have one of those.
You do.
Drew
It is
reaches into her pocket and
Morthos
just
will look
pulls it
even
out.
more confused.
it is the shimmery purple coin you would have been given when you joined this organization.
Oh, that weird thing.
Yes.
Joined what organization?
Well, it appears you forgot that you joined.
Morthos will look severely confused.
Drew would just kind of lean over, like, "Did you hit your head, buddy?"
I don't remember joining any organization.
Maybe you were drunk.
I don't drink.
Then you were drunk. I'm sorry. Must be hard.
Morthos will continue to look even more confused.
Just give me a check of your person, and give me the shimmering purple coin, please. Thank you.
There you go. I'd flick it over.
He grabs it, well, catches it, and then immediately tosses it into the nearby fire and watches it melt.
Morthos still have absolutely no clue what is going on, but he will check his person. Does Morthos find a coin?
Morthos would find a coin, yeah.
Morthos would look even more confused by this. And just like, I mean, I no fucking clue how I got it, but I've got this.
Go ahead and give it a toss into the fire.
But it looks so pretty.
You want to toss it into the fire.
But it looks so pretty.
The assassins aren't.
That's fine, I can handle assassins.
No, but
So much fun with themselves.
where you will need
I
to
will-
go.
I will very begrudgingly put it into the fire and just sit there looking at it like, oh, but it was so nice.
Sadly, yes, it will track you the ends of the world. This is how the taskmaster always knows where to give your next task from. Thankfully, you're within your vacation period after completing your most recent task. So they won't be looking for you. The taskmaster.
We gotta spend our vacation running away.
You already did.
That
Technically.
sucks.
Well, you go into new life now. The taskmaster is actually partnered with the people who are hunting the Drake souls, so I don't think you'd want to be found.
Still got no fucking idea where the Drake soul is.
That is up to your companions to tell you. It's not my place.
I will stare at my companions.
Drew would turn to Morthos like, and look him in the eyes. Like, the egg spoke to you, didn't it?
That was the egg.
Yes.
Oh,
That is.
I don't fucking know, to be honest. I've got a lot of things, going on. I'm not entirely sure.
I think the other half of your soul has all the brains.
What do you mean the other half of my soul? As far as I'm aware, I've only got one soul and it's in one piece.
No, it's not. That's what a Drake soul is. Your soul was split, and the dragon's the other half.
Hence the egg being able to speak to you.
Oh. Yep, still no idea.
At this point, Wolf would kind of give Drew a look like, I'm so sorry, you have to deal with him. Deer has sent you to me because she hopefully has sent you with enough money to get a boat. I think you mentioned something about that. This boat will take you to Nananvale. And if any of you know Draconic, you know what I just said in their language.
Luckily, Drew knows Draconic.
So you heard Moonvale.
Let's see if I know Draconic. Probably not.
I'm glad I threw that in when I made at Drew.
This vale will be in the Elven Kingdom of Iluz Luna. This is where you will better train to be Drake souls, and where, hopefully, your eggs will hatch. Sadly, for your type of ship, we will have to find a team of builders. Which, given the funds, will be quite easy. But in order for the ship that's going to fit your party based on what I've been told there is, because I think there's one other one?
Yes.
Yes.
I thought there were two.
Drew would lean over and just lightly tug at licks his trench coat to try to reveal Taki.
Ah, okay then. Maybe he doesn't need a whole room to himself.
He seems quite comfy here.
Do you reckon you could get some body parts?
But why didn't you take the guy we killed?
What guy?
Wait,
There
you weren't here for that?
No, he showed up after.
I could have sworn he showed up before.
No, he showed up just after we had already disposed of what remained of the murderer. Oh, which reminds me, we still need to go find that guild.
Well, we're getting to that. He passes you pamphlets. These seem to be papers, like papers that will allow you to join the guild, get many guilds. They don't have your names on them though. They have your pictures. Or something closely, very closely resembling you, but not your names. Morthos, you notice yours says Morthas Brightwater.
Excuse me. There appears to be a problem with my papers.
No problem. These are your new identities that you will need to escape the Taskmaster's view, because your name is known. You will need these for travel and for joining the guild.
My name is 3 letters. How is I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yours is known as well. So your new name is Leah Fira.
Well, that's a dumb name.
And Drew, yours is Adfina Spirit Wish. Given that Taki is in your pocket, he gives you Taki's as well. And you notice Taki's new name is Tulip Noodles.
Tulip
Oh,
noodles.
that's an awesome name.
Yes, Tulip Noodles.
Well, I hope you took down your own, because I didn't.
If you'll need practice on saying that is your name, I would take that practice now.
Morthos is instantly going to forget that his name is Morthas, and will probably continue to introduce himself as Morthos. He has good intentions, he's just not the best.
Well, and that's a bit of an ironic last name.
Indeed it is.
And as I was saying about the ship, it will take a whole week to complete. As such, once I deduct the cost of the ship getting built and taken care of by the builders, from what gold Deer has sent you with, I'll give you back what you will need in order to join the guilds. And stay at the inn for the time being. Sadly, I don't think any amount of money that Deer has sent will cover a captain's price. So you will have to stay here under your new identities for a bit and rake up some money in order to pay for your captain and his crew.
Well, let's just hope we don't get into any trouble around here.
Well, we shouldn't as long as we remember our names, Fina.
I should have no problem remembering my name. I've had many different names throughout my time.
Yeah, well, I've had 3 now.
I've only ever had the one.
Well, now you have a second.
I do need to see the amount of gold that you have been given by Deer to bring here.
Oh, well, Mom, Fina has most of it. But here's the rest.
Okay.
Minus the gold that Boo has.
Which you have.
Yes. But that's Boo's, so.
Oh, okay.
As far as I'm aware, Morthos does not have any gold that was given to him by other people.
Morthos does not know.
So
Drew,
you
I
have
think-
like a fifth of it. We weren't told how much it was, we were just given it.
I think Drew took the majority of it, and I think that Lex took the other bit of it.
Yes.
I forgot to put it in my inventory. On my app, so I forgot.
Imagine if there was a rule where if you forgot to put it in your inventory, you just forgot to take it with you.
Right? I would never.
Casually makes a note of this for further campaigns.
Yeah, it's not on my thing.
It's fine. You did have it, I promise.
Okay.
Oh,
She
this
just
was when
hands it
Mom
over
had a
the-
headache and left. But she did have the gold.
She had the gold, yeah. Like, I think Lex specifically put it into Drew's bag for her.
Yes. Which is probably why it's not in your inventory.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm assuming you hand the gold over to Angel.
Yes.
He makes quick work of counting it, letting you guys continue to practice your new names.
Well, I can practice other people's. I don't see how I could practice my own. Don't really talk about myself in the third person much.
Maybe you should start. Be awfully interesting.
Nah. Sounds conceited.
Well, hopefully during our time here, give us certainly more time to get to know each other a little better.
Probably for the best, Fina.
Indeed, Leah.
It just sounds weird when you do it.
Morthos will just be sat there, like, oblivious to what they're doing.
Why don't we just call you Morty?
Because my name's not Morty.
A cover, a nickname. You're Morty.
Not to be that person, but I really don't. I'm not fond of nicknames.
Tough.
You are aware that Morthos will not reply if you call him Morty, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm still going to
Okay.
call him Morty because you're not Morthos.
That's fine. He just won't reply to you because his name means something to him. It's the only thing he has. Which is why he doesn't do nicknames.
I understand that. Lix does not. And Lix is more concerned with not dying.
That's fine.
At this time, Angel has finished counting, and he gives you back 1,000 gold. This should cover your couple of nights here, that you need to spend in the inn, as well as the 4 of you joining your own class guilds, which I highly recommend. You'll get the money quicker that way, as well as forming a guild for yourselves to be a part of the Adventurers Guild.
So that's 2 guilds each.
Yes.
Does my class guild actually exist?
Yes.
That's impressive.
It's under like a higher necromancer.
Ooh, that's really impressive.
An in-character discussion?
I
That
don't
was
know.
more out of character. If I'm not using my accent, it's out of character.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, no, the reason that's impressive is because again, I thought my class was very much frowned upon.
At least not in this city.
Okay.
There are places it is frowned upon, but not here. He waves a hand to lower the shimmering barrier. Once your ship is built, you'll be able to dock in my harbor for free at any time, as well as be able to rest on your ship rather than in an inn.
Any dock? Or this dock?
This dock in this city. I cannot guarantee all docks will be free.
Well, one's better than none. Is there anything else we need to know?
You might want to start thinking of a guild name. I'll see you in a week.
Bye! Lix hops off the crate and picks it up again. Could you point us in the direction of the inn?
I would go to the guild first. They tend to get discounted rooms.
Then where's that? Them.
It's quite big in the middle of town. You won't miss the Adventurers Guild. The class guilds, however, they're a little harder to find depending on your class.
Ooh, puzzles. I like puzzles.
But if you should notice signs.
Aw, that's boring. Well, thank you, mister. Let's go! And I'd hop off.
I will just randomly follow.
Poor Drew left behind.
While everybody's walking off, I'm looking around for signs.
Investigation. Can you roll it for me?
15.
You see a certain language that only you can read. And the sign reads Rogues Guild on 7th Street.
I'll look back at everybody else and see as they're heading toward the main guild hall. I'll go ahead and start heading on my way to the Rogues Guild Hall.
Okay.
Oh no, we have to register you without you being here.
On second thought,
Well,
she'll
no,
look in the direction.
You can't say on second thought.
You can't.
Damn it.
You have paid.
She'll
you
look
have-
at it. She'll start walking in that direction, and she'll just kind of turn around and run back the other way.
No, sorry.
Can't do that.
No takesies backsies. You've committed to this.
It'll be fine.
Morthos is still just following.
I'm heading for the center and looking for a giant building.
You find it quite easily. The Adventurers Guild is the literal center of the city. It's quite large and very ornate. Marble, but very inviting.
I hop in to find a front desk.
At the front desk, there is a tabaxi female. What can I help you with?
A few of us. 1, 2, 3. 5.
You want to make a guild, all right.
So how do we do that?
Well, I'll need your papers. And I'll need the name you want the guild to be called.
We have we don't have one of them. The paper. I don't know where they are.
You don't know where your papers are.
Oh, I know where mine are, but Fina's well, very easily distracted.
Ah. Well, when they find their way here, as long as you point them out to me, I can add them.
I'll come with them. I think that's
Okay.
easier.
That is much easier.
Well, here's my papers and Tulip's papers and Morty. I walk up to Morthos and try and take his papers.
I will just hand them the papers.
And this one too.
So she starts penciling that in, and she, with a screech across the counter, moves this giant crystal-looking ball. Starting with you, because you're the one talking to me, and I'm going to make you in charge of this guild.
Oh no!
I should have gone.
Especially since you're the one with the money. Go ahead and place your hand on the ball, the crystal ball.
I'd stretch my hands up above my head and really stretch to reach the ball because most of my height's actually my ears.
You feel a sort of electric zap, and she jots a slip of papers shot out of the crystal ball, and she picks it up. Here's your adventurer's card. It has your name, your class, your level, and a sponsor spot, which seems to be empty at the moment. This is because you haven't named your guild yet. The name on the Adventurers Guild card, it matches your ID that you gave her.
So, do we each have to do this?
Yes, you each will have to do this. I'm going to show you what the card looks like, and for the video, for those listening in, our editor's actually going to have these posted with everybody who joins the guild.
Fancy.
It is fancy. So you'll get to see these too in the video.
Oh, I'd hop up and place Taki down on the crystal orb.
It would shock Taki, and he sort of jingles as he falls off. He's still very much asleep, but he felt that. And his card shoots out. Seeing as your friend is asleep, I'll give you his card for now. And
Probably a good idea. I'd put them both in my waistcoat.
Okay.
Your turn, Morty. I drag him over to the desk.
I will follow, like, let them drag me.
You're supposed to put your hand on the ball.
I will do so.
You feel a static shock in your hand. And then out shoots your card with your name matching the ID papers that you handed over to Lix, your class, your level, and again, the sponsor spot is empty for the time being.
Ooh.
Now, before I can file the paperwork for you, with those of you that are here, it will be 300 gold.
Ah! Fina has the money.
Oh! Well, I suppose you better find her.
Let's see. We were supposed to. Ooh, we should check the inn. Do you know where that is?
You're going to go down North 8th Street. It's near most of the class guilds.
Great. That way, if we don't find her at the inn, we can still look for her and the other guilds.
That would be a safe idea. I will need something to hold your papers. I guess you can leave your jingling, sleeping friend.
Oh, you won't hurt him.
I won't hurt him, no. Taki is then put beside your papers, and I wish you good luck, and I'll see you later.
Bye. Come on, Morty. We have to find Fina.
Morty will remain where he is.
I'd drag you.
I will not resist.
The Tabaxi is very much convinced that Morthos is deaf.
Morthos will just casually wave goodbye as he leaves.
She sort of signs goodbye back to you. It would appear languages are something she had to learn. And over to Drew. You are on 7th Street. And you can't see this guild anywhere. It's a little empty. You see other guilds, but nothing says rogue to you. Roll investigation.
6.
There's a certain wall on a building that's boarded up that looks a little strange to you, but it's not jumping out at you or anything.
You kind of eye it up and down, but at the same time still looking around everywhere else to see if there's any other kind of symbols or things that might catch her attention.
Okay, but you're looking at the door more specifically this time, right?
Yes.
Okay, roll investigation at advantage then.
I'm assuming Morthos is still just casually being led along. I will be following then.
Right, so
You
that is
won't be or you
12.
will be?
Oh, I would be.
Okay.
I would have realised that clearly I am supposed to be following them.
Okay.
I got
You
a
s-
12.
Okay. You notice in Thieves' Cant, by the handle of this, like, door-looking thing, it says enter.
Look around to see first if anybody from my group come in this direction yet before deciding to go in.
Okay.
We have not.
They haven't even reached 7th Street yet. They're over on, like, 20th Street.
Oh my god, that's so far away.
So she would go in.
Sort of sleeping by the desk is this human lad. He's just got his feet kicked up on the counter and he's just relaxing. He does eye you sort of with one eye when you come in.
Hello, is this the Rogues Guild?
You read the door, didn't you? Are you here to give a quest? You're a little prim and proper.
No, I'm here to actually join.
Alright, I need your papers. And it's a fee of 50 gold.
He hands him the papers and places 50 gold on the counter.
He fills in the name and then slides his paper over. Put in your class. A lot of people are fancy nowadays.
She'll shyly smile, but write in Arcane Trickster.
He'll take the gold and all of that. Alright, you're registered. When we're needed, we'll send a note to you through the post of a quest that you might need to do. Are you part of the Adventurers Guild?
Not yet.
When you are, let us know. That's technically your sponsor.
Alright, my friends actually went that way, so...
The 20th Street with you then. I'll see you then. Then he goes back to his nap.
She just kind of awkwardly goes out the door and heading off towards 20th Street.
Back to Lix and Morthos.
We're looking for Drew. Well, I'm looking for Drew. I don't know.
Morthos is just looking around.
Roll investigation then. Because Drew moves pretty quickly.
It's another 4. What's with this?
You're having trouble noticing what street you're on, let alone if Drew's on it.
Morthos isn't looking for Drew. He's just like looking around at the buildings and things generally. He doesn't come from a very built up area, so he's just taking everything in.
You guys have reached like 10th Street at this point.
That's surprising. I would have figured I'd get turned around and head to like 50th.
That would have been a smaller than a 4. I'm not that cruel. Not for what I'm aiming to be a mini session anyways.
This is not very many, I'm sorry.
It's not. It's okay.
I still just think the funny thing is Morthos doesn't really have much idea what's going on. He's just following people around like, yeah, this seems like a good plan. Don't know what the plan is, but yeah, let's just go with these people.
Yeah. Morthos is getting stolen. He's not really sure what's going on, but that's okay. Maybe eventually.
One day he might actually have an idea, and then everyone's going to be like, oh, fuck, what? Morthos has no idea why they're carrying the crate, or why they're even really following them, but they think it's the right thing to do.
Drew, are you looking for your companions?
Yes.
Okay, roll investigation, please.
17.
Morthos, how tall are you?
Like 6'3", 6'4", maybe.
Is this to the tip of your head or the tip of your horn?
Tip of my head.
Okay, so your
My horns don't actually go upwards, they curve backwards.
Oh, ram's horn style, got it. Okay.
So they sort of like, from my head, they go up a little bit and then they curve back
Okay.
rather than up. That's how I can wear my cloak over my head without it actually looking ridiculous for having what would essentially be a massive gap. But yeah, no, my horns actually go out the top of my head slightly and then they go backward over my head. So it almost looks a bit like a hairstyle. But yeah, no, including my horns, probably like 6'5". So they add like an extra inch of height, maybe.
And Lix is small.
How big is the crate?
You know, that's a good question. Kind of got
It's
like
the same size as Licks.
It's kind of got like a Doctor Who style, like it's bigger on the inside. So I don't think you're really struggling to carry it. It just probably.
No, I'm carrying it over my head, so that's why I was.
Oh, how
asking.
much taller?
Resisting the urge at that point when you said Doctor Who to be like,
I'd say it gives you another like half a foot, so 6 inches extra.
Is that taking my ears into account?
It's not on top of your ears, is it?
No.
dear
Then-
God, how strong are your ears?
Then it probably doesn't actually add anything to my height. So yeah, I'm short.
Okay. Drew, you definitely at least see Morthos's head.
So,
I don't think you see Lix. Lix is too short.
I mean,
keeping an
Morthos
eye
is
on-
not exactly an easy person to miss.
She locks on to Morthos and pretty much just kind of slinks through the crowd right up behind him and just gently taps his shoulder like, there y'all are.
Ah, where the fuck do you come from? Jesus Christ, Neil gave me a fucking heart attack. Can't just be doing that to people, you know. I mean, I know I'm pretty quiet when I fucking walk, but that's ridiculous.
Well, it wouldn't be very good at my job if I weren't quiet, now would I?
What the fuck's your job? Public scareman? Fucking poltergeist?
I am a rogue, so...
You fucking right, you're a rogue. Nobody fucking saw you coming.
You have the money.
Who, me or her?
Did you...
Her. You don't have the money.
Ah, I mean, I've got money. I don't know what money you're on about, but I've got money.
Did you find the guild hall?
Yeah, it's huge. It's like a bajillion times bigger than me.
That's not
Right.
fucking hard.
I know.
At this point, Morthos will just make a gesture with his hand of like his height compared to Lix's height, and he will just keep moving his hand up and down in like a, you know, look at the difference. Like,
And the
honestly,
more you do this, the more Lix just stomps her foot and just looks angrier.
God, is she doing the angry rabbit stomps?
She is. I
I
am
think
not
I'm,
short.
I think I'm gonna call you Tumblr.
Lix starts basically growling.
Do you want a carrot? Are you hungry?
Mom, you might want to step in before I start attacking.
Drew is just curled over laughing.
Oh no!
Morthos genuinely doesn't realize at this point that he is offending you. He genuinely just thinks that you are hungry, and that is why you are doing this.
You're not supposed to laugh.
She's trying to hold it in as best as she can, but she's not doing very good at it.
You're both awful.
Is it your nap time? Is that a problem?
She just kind of looks up and it's like, I'm sorry, it's too cute.
I am not cute.
I mean, appearances would beg to differ, but sure.
At this point, Lix storms off in a random direction.
Left, right,
Is anyone going to follow them?
Away.
front, or back?
Directly away. She's not going to cross paths with them.
Left or right?
I suppose based on whose perspective, mine or theirs.
North, south, east, or west?
Hold on. Northwest.
Whichever direction gets me away from these people as fast as possible.
Yes,
Northwest.
exactly.
Okay, you're kind of going back towards the guild house.
Oh, well, there you go.
I will follow. Mainly because that is all Morthos really has done, and completely believes that without Lix, he would be 100% lost and have no fucking clue what is going on. Not that he has any clue what's going on anyway.
Drew follows a little more closely behind.
Where do you think they're growing?
I'm not sure.
Resisting the urge to tie a carrot to a piece of rope and attempt to fish the rabbit.
Someone's going to end up getting kicked this session.
Someone's going to end up what?
Getting kicked. Getting rabbit kicked.
I would not suggest doing that to Morthos, but go for it.
That's why I made her storm off. I'm not suicidal.
Morthos is just continuing to follow. Again, completely unaware that they have actually offended Lix. They genuinely thought that Lix might be tired or hungry, and that's why they were moody.
Is Lix noticing that they're following her?
Probably not.
Okay. Is she continuing like in a straight line, sort of?
Not
Generally.
directly.
Not directly. Okay. So you can definitely see that you're getting closer to the Adventurers Guild again. because it's massive. It's huge. It's far bigger than most of the buildings. But you're not. You're kind of zigging where you should be zagging to go to the front steps of it.
I'll change directions and then just kind of head up
Okay.
to chill on the front steps.
How closely was Morthos following?
As close as he could.
Okay. So before long, Morthos and Drew join you, and you're all on the steps of the Adventurers Guild. Drew, by now you've definitely noticed that Lix does not have Taki in her pocket anymore, because you would have heard the bells.
Yeah, are you alright? Where's Taki?
Lix turns around and heads inside. Still clearly angry.
Morthos will still just be completely confused as to why they are angry.
Back inside the tabaxi, looks down at Lix, up and sort of down. Oh, welcome back. Did you find your friend?
She gestures behind her and then realizes that she's being rude to a stranger for no reason and says, yeah, Fina's there.
All right, dear. I just need your papers, the payment of 300 gold, and I need you to put your hand to the crystal ball. And she back into her again. I also need the name of the guild that you guys are going to go by. Your group name.
Out of character, that was the Drakonis, right?
Draconis is what the
Oh.
campaign's called. I don't think that you guys
Yeah, fair.
decided on a in-character guild name.
Yeah, we didn't.
Let's not let Morthos come up with that.
I don't think Lix would ask you at this
Neither
point.
do I, but just as a general, let's not let Morthos come up with that. Last time I came up with a guild name, it didn't really end too well. Well, it did, but it didn't. The acronym was not the best, shall we say.
Were you the one that came up with cock?
Knights of Catastrophe, yeah.
Wasn't that Darvaza?
No.
It sort of was and it sort of wasn't.
I
It-
wasn't there for that, and I was so angry because everybody made me in charge of it, and I'm like, I wouldn't have named it cock.
It wasn't intentionally named Cock. We were trying to think of a good name for everyone. And then someone suggested Knights of something. And I then said, well, because everywhere you go, you basically just leave a trail of destruction and randomness and everything else. So I said, you could be the Knights of Catastrophe. And obviously didn't think about the acronym. And then realised what the acronym was. And I was like, yeah, so now you're all members of COC.
And I wasn't there for that session, and they made me in charge.
They gave us two choices. There were three of us, and the other two were torn, which left the decision up to me. And yeah, the other name was not much better.
Oh, great. Okay.
I don't even know what the other name was.
Neither do I. That's how bad it was. We could be the soul hunters.
Drew, have you put your hand to the ball at this point?
Yes,
Okay. She would take the gold and kind of give you Taki back with a slight jingle.
I snatch up Taki and put him back in my waistcoat.
She hands you your adventure card with your name and level and class, and the sponsor line is again empty. I suggest you talk with your team and then tell me what you're going to go by.
Yeah, no, that's all I've got.
Morthos has no idea what's going on. He's just there, as always.
I think this is more of an out of character discussion.
Yeah.
Also, it's either Lex is going to blurt out the first name that pops into her head, or Drew is going to have a very one-sided conversation with Morthos.
Both of which I'd like to see, but But yeah, this part's out of character a little bit as you guys kind of talk about what you think would be best.
Guardians of the deceased, heralds of the damned.
These sound like necromancer guilds.
Yes, that's certainly more of a necromancer guild, but not all of us are necromancers. That would be great if all of us were necromancers for sure. Although I'm pretty sure that
Grumbles under
you
her
may-
breath in disagreement.
Draco Sworn,
Probably not that one.
heroes of grace.
Are you coming up with these or reading them off of a generator?
2 of them are off a generator. The others I've come up with. Heroes of Grace is actually the very first guild that Morthos was a part of. And it was great because it meant our guild house was the hog house.
We have not had we've not had a very good experience with guild names, have we?
Apparently
I
not.
know Heroes of Grace was good. Having the hog house was brilliant.
One of those ones that you gave, the acronym would have been God. I would have expected you guys to pick up God complexes at some point.
Guardians of the deceased.
Yeah.
Knights of Soul? I really don't know.
Winds of Change, because we've had 3 different names over the course of this campaign and we're 3 sessions in.
And then we will be Wok. And if we are Wok, you can guarantee Morthos will go around, walk this way.
Well, then we can be Tides of Change, and then we'll be Talk.
walkie-talkie.
Talk. Um, what are the ones the sort of fantasy name generator come up with?
Season's Grace. That
Oh,
sounds
that's
like a
pretty.
restaurant.
That does. We have a Four Seasons restaurant in America.
Oh, that's why it sounds like a restaurant.
I've never been to one, but apparently they're really bougie.
There's that word again.
What's a bougie?
It's like, see, I can never explain it. I have to go get the Google. I have to go get the Google, like,
It
definition.
means fancy,
Yeah.
basically.
Oh, you explained this before.
Yeah, I did.
We could be the heralds of souls, although then we'd be hoes. This is why I don't come up with guild names.
See, if you don't mention it, then we don't notice.
Bite-sized harvesters, especially as everyone in this guild is small except me.
So
And me.
Or pint-sized harvesters.
you're both getting kicked.
I'm not very small.
Champion of souls.
5'8".
I'm 4'10",
That's small compared to Morthos.
including my ears.
So you're probably 3 foot something. Because ears are huge.
And when she gets angry, her ears do the little rabbit angry back ears.
Oh, okay.
So she's even shorter, which is ironic.
The more you say, the cuter it gets.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Have you
the
guys-
point.
Have you seen the video of an angry rabbit where it does...
Yes.
da, da, da?
Or it does
I don't really tend to spend my free time looking up videos of rabbits, I'm not gonna lie.
I've also seen them where they take their little, when they're angry, they'll take their back feet and just do a little.
Angels
Do a
of the
little step.
Deceived, because we were led to believe that the Taskmaster was helping us when actually they weren't.
I thought the Taskmaster was just the guy giving us money.
From literally a couple of conversations ago with Wolf, he said that the Taskmaster was part of an organization that were hunting
Yeah,
the
but
Draco souls.
he wasn't really helping us before either. He was just giving us money.
I don't know, I'm just ideas. I really don't know. I'm just Destiny of mountains. Dum dum dum. Immortals of the soul.
Drew, what do you think?
That's okay.
Tears of heroes. If you really want to confuse one of the players, you could call us the Allied Knights of Injustice, and then we'd be Tucky. Which I genuinely think would just like really mess with the character. So who are you? We're Tacky. No, I'm Tacky. No, we're Tacky.
We could do the same thing, but for Boo.
Brothers of Obscenity.
I was
Brothers of
thinking
the
that
Obscure. Brotherhood of Outrage.
There's also Brotherhood of Outcasts.
Could fit
Who
Boo
are
too.
you? Boo. Wait, what? That'd be even better. Who are you? Boo. Ah! Just everyone we say it to is like, what? Or pretends to jump.
So do we like that? Brotherhood of Outcasts?
I like it better because I talk to Boo all the time.
I like it because it's going to confuse the fuck out of the player. Especially when they zone out and then we say boo as our guild acronym and they'll be like, wait, what, me? And everyone will be like, no. Oh, that's going to be so good.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So I do have to ask, does Drew mention this or does Lix blurt it out?
I think Drew mentions it.
Okay,
Okay, then Lix is going to be grumpy because it's actually a pretty good name.
go for it.
So we are now the Brotherhood of Outcasts.
As Drew says the name, and Lix sort of gets grumpy. Leah, dear, is this the name you'd like for the guild?
Yes.
As Lix says yes, your cards all shimmer, and along the sponsor line is your Brotherhood of Outcasts. Your cards
Boo.
are now full.
Morthos will be looking at the paper, and as it comes up, I'm assuming it would also have the acronym. And he will genuinely just go, oh, and then giggle to himself.
Lix would also laugh.
Okay.
Like, softly. Chuckle.
Will you all be joining the personal guilds?
The the class guild?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
All right, I can share your paperwork with them, so that way you should have a cheaper fee joining them.
Awesome.
I wish I had known that.
Well, that's why we were coming here first. We were told everything was cheaper if we joined the Adventurers Guild.
Morthos will again look really confused.
Because I'm sharing their information, you don't actually have to go there. If you head on over to the inn, just show your adventurers cards and you'll get a cheaper stay.
All right.
So we don't need to go to the guilds?
You do not know because I'm sharing the information that you've shared with us, with them. Because you are going to be registered, they will probably reach out to you when they have quests for you.
Awesome. Thank you.
Usually it's a postman. They're always run by tiefling, so be on the lookout.
At this, I'd look over at Morthos. Does it get lost?
Does what get lost?
No, the postman never get lost. They always find their target with ease.
Well, that's not creepy at all.
No matter where you are, no matter the time of day, no matter what kind of weather.
No matter what you're doing.
Unless they're on strike, and then you're fucked.
They don't usually go on strike.
They are clearly not from the UK.
And they tend to be
Hopefully-
more polite than showing up in a bathroom or a setting like that.
Oh, good. That worried me. That would have
I
been
was gonna say they're gonna show up like
way
in
out of
my
line.
room.
You imagine just like being in the middle of going to the toilet, someone just turns up and goes, "By the way, I've got a quest for you." just, just like, the fuck are you even doing here?
That or be in the middle of already doing a quest, and you're just like, postman just comes up and just like, "Oh, I've been looking for you."
As
And-
you smash it.
I mean, Morthos's reaction to that would probably just be like, "That's nice. I've been here a while. Couldn't have been looking very hard."
Or be in the middle, or like we'd be in the round, and just get the postman and be like, "Ah, there you are."
Just like the most ultimate stealth mission we need, and a random tiefling appears, just walks up to the group and is like, "Here's a quest for you," and then disappears, and everyone's like, "What the fuck?" Just the people in the room who aren't aware we're there, just suddenly like, "Well, there's clearly someone over there."
Well, we should probably head to the inn.
As as well as you have a complimentary vault for your guild
Like for coin?
for coin.
Does
Yes.
it come with anything inside it?
Yes, the 100 of the registration fee goes in there as
Wait.
a vault opening.
Wait, ready?
Yes. So you know how you were 300 to join? 100 of that is to open the vault. Luna.
Here.
Luna, you're a bit much.
Cat
Sorry.
problems.
Yes, definite cat problems.
I don't have a cat, so I don't feel that pain.
I mentioned that because I think you mentioned Luna earlier in this stream.
I think I did. Luna.
And it was not in relation to a cat.
There's just people listening to the stream initially like, "Who the fuck is Luna?"
No, first Luna was like a place thing, and then now Luna's a cat.
Yeah, it was like the first place mentioned was, let's see, where is it? My plans.
The
Where did I
first
put it?
one was Moonvale, and the second one was something Luna thingy.
Ilsa Luna is an elven kingdom that has Moonvale connected to it, so.
Isle of the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I like figuring things out. To the inn.
Alright. Do you remember where she said it was?
North 8th.
There you go.
Nope.
It's like, oh, we walked by that on the way up here.
Yeah, you have to walk that way 3 times, basically.
To the inn.
To the end.
You guys are walking through the city and hearing the different people speak as you're on your way to North 8th Street. About an hour, bit of an hour walk. You've reached the inn. Inside, what can I do all you for?
looking to stay for I think a week. That it was a week, right?
Yes, it was a week.
All right, just the three of you.
Well, the fourth really doesn't take up much space. Pointing at her waistcoat.
Ah, all right. Let me see if we have any available space. And she turns around and looks at this wall of keys. This is a 3-bedded room. And she turns around, and the one she grabbed the hook off said 303, so you must be on the 3rd floor.
And how much?
That'll be 500 gold for a week for the three of you. That includes food, meals, and drinks.
Does that include the Adventurers Guild discount?
Oh, are you a part of the Adventurers Guild? Can I see your cards?
Indeed.
Lex slaps her card on the counter.
Do you
Do-
all
His
have
head's
cards?
Really tall.
Yes, we
Okay.
do.
Morthos will also show his card.
As does
okay.
Drew.
Okay. Very good. That'll bring it down to 150 for the week.
Jesus Christ, that's a ridiculous discount.
We do value our adventurers here. They are what makes our city safe.
I'd look over to Mom, who has all the money.
I'd set the gold on the counter.
And she takes it and she hands you the key. It's up on the 3rd floor. On the left-hand side.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'd hop off.
Just as you're starting towards the stairs to head upstairs to your room, the door swings open. Sir! Sir! A tiefling comes running up to Morthos. He's blue tiefling. He's got a book in his hand. Are you both?
He's got a really big left foot.
I did make so they're reacting to the picture. I made the character on Hero Forge, which you guys will get to see in the video. Are you Morthos?
Yes, he is.
Morthos. Okay. I have a quest for you. Come over here so I can tell you about it. And he kind of grabs Morthos' hand and leads him into a sort of secluded place.
Morthos will, of course, follow.
And he pulls out a scroll and hands him the scroll. This will take you to the quest that they want you to take care of. When you're done, head to the Necromancers Guild, which is the graveyard, if you've never been.
Definitely makes sense. I'll get there when I'm able to.
This is the utmost importance that you do this quest. You don't have to set out tonight, but I would set out tomorrow.
Okay.
It was nice meeting you. Have a good day. And he heads off. You guys heading up to the room, or is Morthos gonna follow you?
Yes.
Morthos will follow them.
Okay.
He won't make them
Go with
aware that he's got a quest, but he will follow them.
I
You
think
said
we all know.
Yeah, I think at this point we would all know that as soon as the tiefling had shown up that you got a quest, especially being that he was requesting you.
Well, so
They probably would, but Morthos would not let on that he does. He would just basically carry on as if nothing has happened.
But I'm pretty sure Drew would just assume that he has a quest and the details are specifically for him, so she wouldn't pry.
Lex would.
Morthos has no idea as he has not yet read the quest.
Which is why I haven't said anything.
He wouldn't read it immediately. He was told to go to the Adventurers Guild tomorrow, so
All right. So by now you've reached your room and you've put the key in, and you're open. You swing it open to a rather like ornate-looking, queen-size bed and king-size bed. So it's quite a large room, with an ensuite of sort of onsen-looking bathhouse type thing.
I apologize. This is completely off topic and out of character. I've just seen me DM. You meet in a player. Oh my god, can we not have another tavern start? DM. Rask. You meet in a Tarask. Just seemed really like you meet in a No, let's not have another boring like pub start. Okay, you meet in a Tarask. Beat that.
Weren't there supposed to be 3 beds?
It's fine. Morthos will just sleep on the floor.
Well, one's a king size. Have you seen the size of this? You could fit like 5 people in one.
Well, this is true, but we were told there would be 3 beds.
I deny that. I have a king size bed. You cannot fit 3 people in it.
Okay.
You can fit 2 people and a little person.
Guess who's a little person?
Also a queen size bed. So
I'd
I thi-
probably share the king-sized with Drew.
Morthos will sleep on the floor.
why? Oh well.
He comes from a very basic kind of like background, and due to his background and his backstory, he tends to forgo luxury, feeling that it is not for him.
Okay.
Not even in like a, he's like, oh no, I'm not a luxurious person, but just because he was never allowed luxury, and so he feels that he is not worthy of having luxury. So given options of like areas to sleep and so forth, he will always choose the most basic option.
Okay.
You
Maybe
know
eventually he'll break out of that trauma response.
No.
there's a bed, right?
Morthos will just look at them blankly.
Like
Just like, well, yeah, I can see there's a bed, but
there's no one using it.
that's fine. I'm more than happy to sleep on the floor.
Oh well, suit yourself. And with that, Lex would take the queen's size bed. Mine now.
Just spreads themselves out and still doesn't reach any of the sides of the bed. Like dead center starfish, not touching any edge.
Yeah.
With that, you guys turn in for the night. And that is the end of the mini session.
Whoop whoop. We survived. Just.
Woo!